Live and recording, here we are. Hey everybody. Welcome to YouTube Tuesday. It's DIY with Jane. It says starting soon. Stay tuned. What does that mean?
Just give it a minute. Don't talk to it. Okay, it says live.
Oh, good. Okay. Well.
Let me see.
Okay, yay. All right. Well, I don't know what starting soon. Stay tuned. Hey, Ruby Crampton. Welcome. Maryland in the house.
It says it's still. I don't know why it says that, but
well,
we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to share this. And then...
Hey, California in the house.
How weird is that?
We don't know why it says starting soon. Stay tuned. We don't know why. So, maybe because it's, I don't know why. I just do not know why. So, anyway, welcome to, hey, Linda Baker, New York in the house. Welcome to YouTube Tuesday. That's what we're going to start calling this. DIY with Jane, YouTube Tuesday. Linda Baker says, hello, Anna.
Hey, everybody. I'm busy trying to share right now.
Anna's trying to share our...
Which is giving me a hard time.
Trying to share our video over on the Facebook. So anyway, so hey y'all, we're gonna work on a t-shirt today. We're gonna we're gonna work on. I'm gonna show you how to make a festive table runner, not on drop cloth today, along with this cute little fall t-shirt. Okay, so I'm gonna put you down and we're gonna get to work. I have a new work table. And I hope that this, hey, it's Leapy. Okay, Leapy. You got to fix your YouTube account. You're the technical guru. You're kind of like the cobbler and his kids never, hey, Ellerslie, Georgia, the cobbler that never has any shoes. You're the technological wizard and all your accounts don't work right. So that's about the way it's supposed to work, I guess. So let me change this. So I have a new table, y'all, and it's much narrower, and I'm able to get my camera now so that y'all are directly overhead, and we're not going to have any more of this climbing uphill business.
Climbing uphill?
You know, where y'all feel like you're looking uphill the whole time I'm trying to do a project. So hopefully this is going to be a grand viewing experience for everyone, and you know, I hope y'all like it. So anyway, let's get busy here. We're gonna make a fall pumpkin on this beautiful orange t-shirt. We thought this would be super cute for fall. Okay. And so I'm using obviously the IOD stamps, and we're using IOD ink in black for this one. We got a couple of projects we're gonna stamp today. And I think, did all this come from the dollar store, Anna?
Yeah.
Did this shirt come from the dollar store too?
The dollar, it's the Dollar General the shirt came from, yes.
Okay.
And the other one, the Dollar Tree came from, yeah.
Hey, Erwin, and oh, thank you. I thank you. I think, yeah, this is going to work great. So I got this adjustable table at Home Depot, and that's what I did Saturday, was put this thing together. While Don watched Auburn football, I put a table together. So that's how I amused myself while, you know, the rest of the world's watching football. I'm not a football watcher. So we're going to ink up this stamp real quick. Let's see if I can, let me do this in such a way that y'all can see. Let's put this on. I'm going to put this piece of...
Okay, I'm back. I finally got it shared.
Yay. I'm going to put this piece of plastic down so y'all can watch me ink this. So this is just IOD ink. This is not an IOD ink pad. I am an old card maker, and so this black ink pad is from my card making days. So I just re-ink it. But my, so this is just the IOD black ink. And this is my preferred way to transport ink, is in these ink pads. I think it just works magnificently with these stamps. It gives you a nice, clean stamping, so you don't get a lot of drips and things like that. So when I'm using ink, this is the way I prefer to do it. You could also use a brayer And I'll show you that method too here in just a minute and give you.
Grace Lash says, so cool to find you ladies doing
Hey,
great.
Grace. Hey.
Danny says, woo, made it, major accomplishment from Florida. Hey, Miss Teresa Kelly says good morning to us.
Morning, everybody. I'm going to move
says,
this up.
Hello, chickas.
Hello.
Chickas.
Hello.
Evelyn. Erwin says, can't
That's
wait
cute.
for my stamps to arrive. Missed the start. Is this how Miss Anna did the navy shirt with the ink? This is
no.
Claire. No, I actually did that with soft scrub. But,
Yeah.
you know.
It's the same principle. It's
Same
just
thing.
a different medium.
Yeah,
So we're using ink today, and Anna, and I'll demonstrate how Anna did the soft scrub with my brayer here in a minute. So I'll show y'all a couple of different ways to transport the ink onto your stamp, okay? So when you're stamping, fabric is a little bit different than a slicker surface, but always when you stamp, you want to secure your stamp in place with one hand and rub with the other, okay? Because you don't want the stamp to shift, because then you'll get like a shadowing effect or a smudge or things like that. So you always want to make sure that you're kind of holding the stamp in place securely with one hand, and then you move the other hand around to make sure you get all the design. On fabric, the stamp has a tendency to grab because of the the texture of the fabric. On a slicker surface, it's a little bit easier to slide. So
Evelyn wants to know, does it wash out?
no, this is permanent ink, so this will not wash out. Absolutely not. What I suggest that you do after you stamp it is I suggest you leave it for 24 hours to dry naturally on its own. You can also heat set it in a dryer if you want to. You can heat set it with an iron if you want to. I typically don't do any of those things. I just let it sit. And the longer you let it sit before you wash it, of course, the more permanent it's going to become, because the ink does need to dry and cure and, those kinds of things. But it is a permanent ink, and properly set, it will not wash out.
When you said hi to Erwin Evans, that's Claire.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, Claire. Okay.
Hey, Miss Dorothy.
So there you go. There's the beautiful, beautiful pumpkin. Actually, what I should do is zoom y'all so you can see it.
And, most of you guys know, but if you don't, IOD has several different color inks. They have turmeric and green and red, so they have two pretty blues.
Yes. A couple of grays, a white. So
Dorothy, Jane just washes her drop cloth one time with hot water with some bleach.
yeah. Here's what I do, Dorothy. I wash it and I dry it, and if I want it to be soft before I start working on it. So if it's not quite soft enough, I may throw it in again. But typically after you wash it and dry it once, it should be soft enough.
Don't use any fabric softener.
Yeah, do not use fabric softener. Absolutely not. Do not, because that coats the fibers of your
And it won't grab
textile, and in a way, fabric softener acts like a resist, Anna, you're right. And so never ever, when you're working on drop cloth or any of these fabrics, if you wash them first, do not use fabric softener of any kind. Don't use dryer sheets, don't use the liquid stuff, don't use any of those things before you stamp, because that will create a barrier and it will cause the ink and the paint to resist soaking in, okay? Just so you know. So there's your pumpkin.
Oh, so good. Claire says that's so clear. That's good.
Yay, yes.
And it's a little darker than usual because we had a little bit of a glare, but it still looks good.
Yes.
We're going to get it all straightened out.
The stamps have incredible detail, and the ink really allows the stamp to shine and show how beautiful the detail is in these different stamps. Paint doesn't allow quite as much detail. Or my paint doesn't anyway, my clay-based paint. It's a little bit thicker and heavier. So this is a sharper, crisper image.
That anyway, because that will probably eventually wash out, whereas the permanent ink won't.
That's correct, yeah. I typically do not stamp on fabric with paint, although you absolutely can do that. I just don't, because it's really, my paint is is kind of semi-permanent. I mean, you can do a lot of things to it, like add a top coat or a sealer of some sort to the paint, and that will cause it to be a little bit more permanent, but it will fade over time for sure, for sure.
And then tell them that's the mask that comes with it.
This is the mask, yes, absolutely. This is the mask.
People don't know what those are, so you want to let them know.
You're correct. So all the stamp sets come with a mask, and the mask allows you to layer different elements onto your design without muddying up your original your original stamp. So you cover this, and then you layer things over the top of it. Okay.
Hey Maggie. Hey Angela. She says good morning from Texas.
Hey
Dorothy
Texas.
says she put a fabric sheet in and she's going to rewash. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I would.
Hey Jennifer Combs. She said hello from Arkansas.
Hey Arkansas. Yeah. That's one of Ruby's friends.
Oh, okay.
She was here. She came
hey,
to.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yes, good to talk to you. Don't forget to give Claire. Thank you, Claire. Yes, please subscribe to our channel. Please, we would love that. Since Facebook has been so glitchy, this has been nice to be able to come over here and not get cut off.
It is, and I'm allowed to do that because of Switcher. Typically, you cannot go live on YouTube unless you have 1,000 followers, and I don't have that. But because I'm working through an app, it allows me to go live on YouTube. And this is, I think, a much better experience for everyone. So I just keep putting this plastic piece of acetate down to stamp on. You don't really want to stamp over the top of your project, because if you accidentally, go off one side or the other, you could get ink somewhere you don't want ink. Another nice thing about ink is it has a big open time. As you can see, I've stamped this and I'm talking to you. So it takes ink a little bit longer to dry. Okay?
Yeah, Peggy, I'll recap for you. This is the Dollar Store, Dollar General t-shirt. And that's the new IOD Fruitful Harvest stamp. And we're using IOD permanent black ink.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing. We're just showing you guys. You guys can do this with Christmas stockings. You can do this with t-shirts for your, with your kids, with your grandkids. What a very fun thing to do with your grandkids. They can make their own t-shirts. A
fun thing to do would be cut stockings out of the drop cloth, sew them together, and stamp on them.
Anything,
that would be super fun with your kids.
If the kids don't really want an outfit, but you want them to wear something, go get an orange shirt and stamp some pumpkins on it for them. I promise it'll be a lot less money.
But see how nicely that impressed, even though I kind of talked a little while before I turned it over. The ink will stay open a little while, whereas my paint will not. DIY paint is going to dry fairly quickly on the stamp. So if you're working with paint, you need to, you need to be deliberate and move along. Don't wait too much between the time you ink your stamp and do your impression if you're working with paint.
Susan says she likes the YouTube better because she can watch it on her big screen. Yeah, you can.
Oh, yay!
You can, what do they call that, Susan? It's not project. It says it gives you the option. It says start casting or something like that.
Yeah.
And it'll go on your TV as long as it's a smart TV.
It will.
Oh God, that means we would be huge. That's scary.
That's how I watch The Chosen on the app. Wow. I throw it up on the TV from the app. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never even done it. You know more than I do. I didn't think you knew because you don't watch TV.
Well, I know how to work the Chosen app and hit the little TV thing, and it goes up on the TV, and it's magic. Don't ask me how it does it.
Linda Baker says there's nothing fun about sewing. No, you don't even have to sew. When they get the Christmas stuff out, which is going to be soon, you can go to the dollar store and get yourself some stockings.
So see that? See how now it looks like this pumpkin's in the front and you have your other pumpkins kind of layered behind? Super cool.
And remember, you guys, if you have older IOD stamps that did not come with masks, you can make your own.
You can make your own.
Used to make her own all the time.
I'm going to demonstrate one I made right now. Because you only get one mask per stamp. So here's how I make masks. You take your stamp, stamp it on a piece of cardstock, or I use it's like craft paper, so a little bit a little bit heavier grade paper. Stamp your stamp on there, and then you just cut it out with your fussy scissors.
Oh, that's a good question, Linda. So she asked Susan, how does she comment when it's on the TV? I wonder, do you
I think you still have
simultaneously on your phone have it?
Yeah, you still, I think, have to do that part on your phone.
Hey,
I think.
Janice, oh my gosh, I think we have 3 people on here now from Arkansas. That's crazy.
Well, Janice and Jennifer are friends.
Yeah, but then someone else was on. Evelyn Croats is from there.
That's
also.
right. Hey, Evelyn.
Yeah.
That's right. We just sent a package out to her.
Yeah, it's a crop. Do you say crops?
No, wait, no. I think she's got some of the big special order papers coming. I believe that's right.
Crotts.
I would say Crotts.
Okay, yeah, so she said she was from there too, so that's 3.
All right, so I've masked both of my pumpkins now, and now we're going to start to put our wheat layer, because we want our pumpkins to be on wheat. Okay.
I love.
So this is the beautiful.
That was my favorite part after this.
This is the beautiful wheat shaft. Anna's favorite of the pumpkin stamp is the wheat.
Yeah, and when I did it, I didn't do the little thing. I didn't do the little stem, and then.
Yeah, you don't have to do the stem.
And then.
And I probably won't either. It just, I think it's prettier without the stem when you're.
We're not using it as, we're using it as hay, not really a stem.
When we're nesting it in like this.
Yeah, it worked really cool. So you want to have your masks on.
So have all your masks in place. And actually, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a couple of things. So we're gonna add our wheat in here, okay? A little bit. And again, hold it with one hand. Keep it in place. Then and the detail I'll show you here in just a second. The detail is super good. I see you on the move. Am I getting out of the camera?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I just
it always makes me nervous.
Went a little, maybe an inch higher, it would be better.
Okay, well, it's kind of hard to move it.
Yeah, well, when you get it unmoved, you can just go in.
Yeah, let's do this part, and then after I get all this.
Right at the bottom. That was
Gotcha.
just if you do another inch.
Okay.
Since this is the first time,
okay.
But other than that.
All right, so let's see here.
Said, you're right, Jane.
Okay, yay. All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to grow over here. This is only our 2nd time of being over here, and some people get nervous if they don't have a YouTube account. They don't, know how to sign up or want to sign up, or they think subscribe means cost money, but it doesn't. Yeah. As you guys know.
It doesn't. That's right. Now let's see. There's my wheat. So now I want to mask my wheat.
Oh gosh, you dropped one. They're so hard to pick
are.
up.
I got it though. Woohoo!
Especially
all right,
when you
so
have no nails.
So the wheat mask, yeah, I don't have any nails. I keep them all filed off, because otherwise I'll be breaking them. So the wheat mask, all those little tendrils, those long little pieces, wispy pieces, that you don't mask. It's just the main shaft part that gets masked. And the reason is you really, when you're stamping this, you kind of want all that frilly stuff to translate over, see? Okay? All right, so let me re-ink this. That was probably a little bit too long of a time in between. So again, I'm going to lay this plastic down. You don't want to stamp over the top of your project. See how I've gotten, can you see that right there? Now, if I hadn't had this plastic down, that would have been all over my shirt.
Yeah.
So there's a perfect example of why you should always have that.
Yeah, Peggy, if you watch her, she's putting the masks on what is already stamped because she doesn't want to stamp over it. She wants it to look like it's blending in with the picture behind it. Because
it'll muddy your design if you get too much of this going on, layer over layer over layer. Then it just gets real noisy, if you will. There's just too much, stamped over the top of each other. So it's good to kind of mask it. Okay?
And again, if you don't have the mask, you can make your own.
Make your own.
You can cut them out of plastic. Jane uses heavy duty, like a cardstock type of paper.
Like a craft type paper.
And how you do that is you just put the stamp on top, trace it, and cut it out.
That's right. It's
Claire
easy.
says she thinks it's so much better, although she misses the quick emojis alongside somebody's comment to acknowledge something. That's
Oh,
true.
I know. Those are fun.
But nothing is worse than that. Disruption. We're disrupted. On and off, on and off. Hey, Miss Flower. She said, fantastic,
England.
ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah, that stamp is beautiful. It's definitely one of my all-time favorite stamps.
It is. They outdid themselves with this Fruitful
But
Harvest
I'm
stamp
a
this
pumpkin
year.
girl, so
Anna loves pumpkins,
I got
that's for
pumpkins
sure.
in my kitchen year round, so it's not seasonal for me. And then of course, then I go crazy when the harvest comes. I decorate
So
September
let's see.
1st.
I want to move that over some because we're trying to nest these pumpkins into the hay, right?
Yep. It is a wheat shaft, but we're using it for hay because it looks the same. When I did my
wheat
shirt,
hay.
it looked just like that. It looked really good.
Same. All right, so let's get our...
Oh, there you go. Evelyn gave us a little
Woohoo!
face with glasses. I don't know.
Yay!
I don't know how to do any of that yet.
All right, there's... And sometimes your mask will stick to your stamp. I was looking for my mask. It was stuck on the stamp. So now let's nest a little bit of hay over this way. And then we're going to move on to... we're going to take these masks off.
Yeah, you gotta show them how good it looks. Yeah, it's been rough lately. I feel so bad when I'm watching people trying to do their lives and it's just cutting in and out. It's very frustrating.
It is. That's why we're gonna be over here on Tuesdays and on Facebook on Fridays. At least that way we know we get one good uninterrupted broadcast. And maybe, maybe Facebook will get their act together. Maybe they won't. Who knows what Facebook will do. Facebook's going to do what Facebook's going to do.
Flower says, what does Keith Urban, pumpkins, and I have all in common? They all like hedgehogs?
Yeah, I don't know.
Linda Baker says, Anna, come decorate my house. I have decorations, just no ambition. Oh my goodness, I wish I had more decorations. I
Anna's the
it.
decorating crazy woman when it comes
love
to the
it.
fall.
Yep, and come November, believe it or not, my fall comes down the first week of November and all Christmas goes
And then
up.
they go crazy over Christmas.
Yeah,
That's right.
'cause I'm not starting Christmas in after Thanksgiving because we do too much. You want to appreciate
I know you
it.
do.
It takes too long.
Yeah, y'all really, they go all out.
It's fun. I love it.
They do. And it is fun, and it's pretty. All right, so
Oh, hey, Miss Betty. Thanks for finding us.
we're glad you're here.
And make sure you show them that too. You're going to lift that up and show it to them?
Yeah,
Oh, she
there
all
it
has
is.
the same birthday. Oh.
Woohoo!
That's right. It's Pumpkin Day or something. Is it today? Tomorrow? I can't
What?
remember. National Pumpkin Day.
Oh, I don't know about that. All right, so
James,
now...
we don't know exactly when we're going to get the new papers. We're waiting on her to let us know as soon as we have them in our hot hands.
We're hoping
will
this week.
We're hoping this week, but, we never know for sure.
We're at the mercy of the UPS people at this stage of the game.
So we hope to have... Oh, we are having a reveal Thursday, yes. Thursday for IOD is a reveal of the new product. And Decoupage Queen as soon as we get them in our hands.
Yes. Yeah, as soon as I can go down there and get them, I will. Since I live so close to her, she lets me come down if I want to. It takes me about 2.5 hours to get there, but if I want to make the drive, she's happy to let me, so.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got to lift that up to show that.
I will. I just want to get a little bit of hay on the pumpkin. There's no such thing as no hay on top. You know what I mean? So we're going to mask that. just a
Yes,
tiny
Peggy.
little
She
bit.
had a mask over the big pumpkin. That's why it looked kind of dark. And then she's just playing around putting some more hay
I just want to
down
add a
there.
little bit of hay to the top of this pumpkin.
And then we're going to show you, and then we're going to stamp something else we got at
Okay.
the dollar store. To show you the rest of the stamp, because everybody's using the pumpkins, we want to make sure that you see the rest. Which are either apples or pomegranates. You get to choose.
Yeah, you decide what they are. So I've really just kind of inked these little tendrils, these little wispies, because I want some of those up here on my pumpkin. Okay? Just like that. Because in a real world, a pumpkin would not just be in a nest of hay without some of those, you know, little sprays up on the pumpkin, right? Right. So.
Evelyn says, yes, Teresa's already worried about Jayne parking in her yard the night before, waiting for the new release. I heard her on the live she did this week. Yeah, she knows. She knows Jayne's coming. She's not
coming.
She's not going to tell Jayne till she's ready for her.
I'm coming for the stamps. I sound like an outlaw.
We try to get them as fast as we can.
I know y'all do. I know she would like to get them too, just because she'd like to sell them. So I totally understand. All right, now let's see. Do you want me to keep working on this, Anna, or do you want me to move over?
I want you to show it to them up close.
Okay.
Lift it up.
Well,
and
let's
then
just do this.
Let's show them the other one because it's been 25 minutes, so I want to move on.
Okay.
Let's move them on.
All right, there you go. That's a pretty good close-up. How's that, ladies?
Yeah.
I know you're on a delay,
Yeah.
but I think that's perfect,
I
rather
just
than
want
me
them
holding
to
it up.
see the amazing amount of detail. It's just incredible.
There. Can y'all see that well? Oh, okay, Dorothy.
Oh, that's
Woohoo!
awesome. Okay, Dorothy, I'll read it when we're done here, as soon as we're done.
That's awesome. We're excited. Let's see if I can kind of straighten it out a little. Oh, I know what I could do. It's so hard to hold fabric up without it flipping and flopping everywhere, you know. But I could do this. What I really would like for you to see is the wheat. See the wheat? The wheat is just fabulous. And then now you can really see the detail of the pumpkins.
That's Anna's t-shirt. Actually, it's the same look, but it's not the same. I did mine. I bleached my color out, and Jayne put color in. That's
Yeah,
the difference.
I think they're saying it. I think they're saying it will be.
That it will be. Oh, okay.
That's how I would interpret that anyway. That'd be Anna's t-shirt.
Yeah, we don't.
Coming at her.
Peggy's what stamps we're getting. I don't know what we're not allowed to say exactly what we're getting yet from
Are we getting stamps?
IOD.
Yeah.
For the ones that we don't need, not this week. You mean the ones that are coming in the
The
future?
Christmas thing, isn't it just molds and transfers?
It's only one stamp.
Oh, there is a stamp. Okay.
and
Oh,
one
yeah, that's right.
transfer.
Yeah.
No mold. Don't get them excited over something we don't have.
Oh, yeah. All
Well,
right.
It's not Christmas. It's not a Christmas.
Yeah, we have a mold, but it's not Christmas. And we do have a stamp, and it is Christmas, right?
But yeah, that's not Thursday. The Thursdays is the new reveal for the new product, which I put
Correct.
up 2 sneak peeks. We were allowed to do that. Betty says she loves this. Everybody
Thank
says
you.
beautiful, love it. Peggy says awesome. Evelyn
All
says
right.
it's fabulous. This is beautiful. Now we're going to show you the rest of the stamp.
This is the rest of the stamp. This is another one of Anna's finds. This is a dollar store table runner. It's a pretty, I would say this is a damask type print. It's very shiny, very festive.
We didn't put anything to worry about the bleed through because it does not soak through, at least not on the shirts we've done.
Right.
But if you want to be safe, absolutely you can.
Yeah, ink typically won't soak. You don't have enough of the ink on the stamp to, there's not enough volume on the stamp to soak all the way through your fabric. Paint, sometimes you might get a little bleed through to the other side. I've never, even with paint though, had it soak all the way through, completely all the way, and you able to see it on the back side of something. Ever. I've never had that happen. So, just as a point of reference.
And the dollar, this is from the Dollar Tree, which is it was $1, and they have colors now. They have like green and red and gold, and This one was white. I thought it would be neat to stamp on it.
It is beautiful, and my hindsight is 20/20. I should have ironed it, but I didn't. So
it's okay. You don't even worry about doing it in the middle. Just do it where it's flat.
Do it where it's flat.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Let's
Do it
move
all.
it this way.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
All right. Okay, so here's what I would tell you if you get one of these. I would iron it first so that you don't have these creases to work on. I'm going to move this back down a little.
Yeah, I still don't even have you yet. I'm on a longer delay than I usually am.
Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, here, this is another part of this stamp, and it's your call. If you want them to be pomegranates, let them be pomegranates. I think probably they're more likely apples than they are pomegranates. They're not big enough to be a pomegranate. So, but that's what we're going to use to make our little, little
this is all
design
part of the
here.
Fruitful Harvest stamp.
This
so.
is all Fruitful Harvest.
And this would
so.
be super adorable for your Thanksgiving table and very inexpensive to do.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah, I don't know what that fabric is called. It's like a shiny, it's silky. I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
that is.
just some kind of a polyester blend.
But they're cute. They're
Yeah.
nice for a
You know,
long table.
It takes the ink nicely. That's what I know.
Or even the table that you put food on, or anything out, outside.
Yeah.
It's $1. If somebody ruins it, you can throw it away. And
Yeah,
you can have
dessert table. Just
I think
you know.
they're too big for that cherries flower. I think they're pomegranates. Jane thinks they're apples, but
yeah.
IOD's never officially told us what it is. I don't think.
That's why they could be whatever you want to be. If you want to be cherries, let them be cherries.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
make them red.
It's artistic interpretation here.
We're gonna do them maybe red anyway. We don't know what we're doing.
Well, we're going to try to do our leaves green. We're going to see if we can. Here, let me demonstrate one thing for you. So another way that you can transport your ink from your ink pad to your project is by using a brayer. And so I wanted to demonstrate that for you. So you just roll your brayer across your pad, and then you can transport your ink onto the surface of your work with your brayer.
Yeah, you could do that, or
Okay.
you could use one of those little squishy, whatever those things are called. I wish we knew the name of those squishy things. With you know what I mean? If they wanted to use one of those.
Oh, one of those sponges?
Yeah, they could
Yeah,
use that.
yeah. Is that what you use?
I used it for the soft spray.
Yeah.
Because
Anytime,
I didn't have a brayer, I just used
Yeah.
that.
anytime you use something that like a stenciling, a dabbing effect, you just need to be careful that you don't over apply your medium, because then it's going to get, it's going to get muddy.
Yeah, Peggy, the runner is from Dollar Tree. Ours had some red, some green, white. They had several colors. So,
right
I know
there in
all
that
Dollar
corner.
Trees are different across the country, but in general, they might have something. But so fun for a table you're going to do for when you're going to have company.
And the beauty of doing this with ink is that, you've got a little open time here to work with these different colors. Now, I wouldn't tarry a long time with this, but
A dabber. Yeah, that's a good name for it.
yeah, it is.
Dabber.
Yeah,
Flower says red apples, green leaves with chocolate inside the apples. Yeah, that sounds
Oh, yeah.
good.
That'd be good.
Yum. Sweet on sweet. Oh, good, Mary. Mary's going to get her flu shot. She'll watch the rest later. Have a good day. You too, Mary.
All right, so there we go.
And winter has come to North Georgia mountains. It's not winter, but our fall weather
Cooler
is
weather.
finally here. We went from
Yes,
air
thank
conditioned
goodness.
last week to 37 degrees this morning.
So we're happy.
We're happy. We're happy.
All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to do this down here because I want the end of this these apples to kind of fall off of my design. I don't want to see that into that. So I want to kind of give it the illusion that it's, you know, just coming up onto my design.
And if you don't have ink, Jane said it a couple times, you can absolutely use paint with your stamps.
Absolutely.
You just definitely want to use a dry brush if you're going to do it, or don't soak anything, you know, if you're going to.
Paint is just going to give you a thicker impression. Ink is going to be crisper and, you know, more vivid. You're going to be able, it brings out more of the detail of the stamp. Oh, that's pretty. That looks nice. It bled a little bit. That's the material, not the stamp.
Yeah, but you're
just right there.
Be able to see it.
It's just a tiny little bit there, a little bit of a bleed. But the color did nicely. The color contrast there, so that worked well.
Claire, it could be tomatoes if you wanted to, but I think it's probably apples. Apples is a fall. You know, here in North Georgia, we have Apple Fest and all these different things for fall. So I think kind of apples are kind of like pumpkins. They're a fall thing. So.
They are. Well, that's just when they're ripe. They're ripe in the fall. That's just how apples roll. So now, what we can do with this, let's get our mask for our apples, and we can make like a trail, so they can be kind of trailing.
Oh, that'll be kind of neat.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty. So let's get the apple mask here. So let's cover.
I mean, shoot, you can say they're radishes if you want. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's your art. You call it like you see it. If you want it to be radishes, certainly can.
Wanting to do this. Was it washed first? No, Dorothy. This was not something you could wash. It's that, you know, material that.
Yeah, this is probably not washable. I would probably just let's see if I can read this. Might be too small for my eyes. I can't see that there's any washing instructions on here at all.
No, it's definitely something that is probably.
I would iron it, definitely iron it and get the wrinkles out of it, which I did not do, but I would advise you to iron it first, just so it's prettier on your table.
Yeah, you could, it's a silk, I couldn't say that. Silk surface material, so that is definitely not like the t-shirt where it won't grab as much. So.
Yeah, this is a very slick
yeah, you guys can
fabric.
see it when she lifts it up that it's very shiny. So
yeah, it's very silky feeling. It is definitely not silk.
But oh no, it's not. But we're just trying to say it's definitely not going to grab as clean as a cotton t-shirt would.
Right.
Or the drop cloth, which is also cotton.
But it does take the ink nicely.
Yeah, that's what she used, the red IOD ink. So.
Tomato and new grass.
Where she was saying, she wasn't saying was it a tomato, she was saying is it the tomato ink. Yes, you're right.
It is.
That is correct.
Absolutely. So I'm getting my green in here. And this is not an exact science here when you're trying to do the two colors, but you just get them close, and they look really well, and they look like you know.
And they look like absolutely do these all the way down from one end to the other. You could just
they'd be gorgeous like that.
You could do it in the middle. It would be very cool to put some gold accents in here on something like we have. What are our little acorns? You could do like a golden
turmeric.
Acorns, acorns. That would be really cute.
It would.
GMO radish. I mean, you can do anything. And when you're working with stuff you get at the Dollar Tree, you don't have to be so nervous about it if you mess it up.
That's right. Just buy a couple and practice on one.
Yeah, the t-shirt I got was, I think, I don't know, $3 or something. I mean, especially if you get them on sale. Sometimes they have them 3 for $10. So, and they're nice t-shirts too. Yes,
they are. All right, so I'm just going to lay my stem kind of over this mask and right in this area here, and it's just going to trail up from there. Okay, and then once it's down, again, hold it in place. This is a little bit slicker surface, so you do want to be sure that you've got a pretty good anchor on your stamp before you start the impression. Okay?
And you're in there, Rex. I'm behind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm right dead
It's been
center.
almost 40 minutes now, just so you know.
Okay. Well, we'll take this up and this will be good.
Yeah,
They'll get the idea of what we're doing here. So, all right. So let me just zero them in. And, okay, here you go. Now, you could do this a couple of different ways. Now, I chose to mask and layer this way. You could also have done this one first and masked it and then layered this way. You have to think about how this is going to look masked. So if you wanted these leaves, if you wanted these leaves to be underneath your apples, then obviously you always put whatever you want to be on top down first, and then you mask over it, and then you layer. So your mind thinks, you have to think backwards. See, so if you had wanted these apples to be on top of these leaves, then you would have put this down first and masked it and then stamped this second. Okay? And that would give you a totally different look. I think it's fun like that. I like it. But that would be just something for you to think about. Okay? So there you go. There's some fun pumpkins for you and a fun table runner. I'll kind of hold it up. And you can see how you could just trail these apples all along this entire runner. You could just kind of move them all around in kind of an S shape. And that would just be lovely. And this would really be pretty on a dessert table. It'd be pretty on your centerpiece if you wanted this as a centerpiece. But as you can see, you could just kind of S and snake this all along.
You could put initials on there. You could put Happy Thanksgiving with your IOD stamp.
Grateful, thankful, blessed.
And show them the t-shirt again too before you go.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody said very pretty. The table runner's beautiful. Everybody says pretty.
Thank you. It did. I think it turned out pretty too.
Yeah.
Don Bell.
Sorry about that, you guys.
Our apology. So there's my apology for that. That was Dawn calling. There is, you know what? Let's see here. There. Now I've got that starting soon. I don't know why that's on there. There you go. There is, there's the pumpkin stamped with the wheat shafts. Probably I need to add one more right in there just to kind of finish that off. But other than that, that's pretty complete. You could add some leaves if you wanted to up top.
No, that's cute. You did yours toward the bottom. I did mine at the top.
Yeah, you could add falling leaves if you wanted.
Is that on the back near the butt?
It's on the front.
Oh.
But you could use, you could put leaves in here and kind of falling down toward your pumpkins, or you could add more pumpkins even. I mean, you could just whatever you want to do there to make it your own. All right. So I sure thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
So tell them to look for Thursday. We're not sure, but that you're going to jump on live sometime, hopefully, to show the new IOD.
Oh, okay. The paint inlays, right?
Yes. And we'll do that on Facebook.
Okay. And a couple of other just housekeeping things. I wanted to talk for a moment about the Layers and Textures workshop. We are sending out an email probably the first part of next week, wouldn't you say, Anna?
Yeah,
probably around Monday,
October,
Tuesday.
Whatever the 28th or 29th would be, somewhere around there. I don't know what that day is.
But anyway, so if you're interested in the Layers and Textures workshop, we've had a great response. You need to go to our website, FurnitureGifts.com. The drop-down menu has a whole page dedicated to Layers and Textures workshop, and get on our email list. The tickets are going to go on sale November 1st, and they are first come, first serve. And so if you're interested in coming to Georgia in April 30th and May 1st, and taking a workshop with Lynn Brundage, myself, and Mara LaFay, then if you want to get on the email list to be notified and get the reminder about the on sale date. And the tickets will be on our website, on the FunkitureGifts.com website for sale, November 1st. Okay? So, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all being here, and thanks for following us over to YouTube. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you Friday at 3 o'clock on Facebook.
And we might then Thursday. We're gonna see
And Thursday for the reveal.
And we'll
yes.
let you know from what time.
And to be announced on Decoupage
Yeah.
Plan. Okay? So thanks a million. We appreciate y'all so much. Take good care.